Hello everyone, my name is Nedim, I'm from Bosnia, and forest fires have been a huge problem here.
Deforestation has been one of the major challenges facing Myanmar forest.
During 2018 and 2019, there has been a severe die-off of Norway spruce in Germany because of a heavy drought.
Bangladesh is facing sinister threat and losing natural ecosystem in Sundarban, which is World Heritage Site and world largest natural mangrove forest.
Increased deforestation is one of the biggest challenges in Sudan. 8% of the forest cover is lost between 1990 to 2010.
Changamanga, a man-made forest established in 1886 for cheap wood resource. Recently, deforestation is increasing. Therefore, there is a need to maintain forests and balance deforestation with reforestation.
Forest resources, including timber and non-timber forest projects, are exploited by humans. Forest lands are being used for other purposes. This leads to the extinction of our precious indigenous species and posing risks to natural disasters.
In the year 2012, only here in Bosnia, forest fires caused approximately 30 million euros of damage, including damage to ecosystem, landscape, animals. Those things are truly priceless and truly hurts me to see this destruction happening again and again all around the world.
Human settlement in the forest, soil degradation from natural disaster, and exploitation of natural resources are increasing day by day. Royal Bengal tiger, wild pig, monkeys, deer, and other animals are disappearing from past till today, which is really hard to stop.
Deforestation is turning residents into nomads, which is increasing conflicts and violence. It's also responsible for losing biodiversity and climate change.
Changamanga is natural home to wildlife, and deforestation is contributing to global warming and loss of wildlife and biodiversity.
Loss of forest, biodiversity, and land degradation are the global challenges for which every one of us is responsible. We all are looking for the solution.
And we have found it here in Goettingen city forest.
Goettingen, a city in Germany, was founded by Heinrich dem Löwen under the dynasty of Welf between 1150 and 1180 AD. Today, Goettingen is surrounded by a beautiful forest, but it was not the case around 150 years ago.
Walking through Goettingen city forest, we can still see traces of the historical forest usage.
Obviously, people living in Goettingen needed timber for house constructions, furniture and firewood needed for cooking and heating. However, the forest was also cleared for other utilizations. This stone reveals more information than what is written on it. Tuchmacher, which means cloth maker. This site was once a field for sheep farming of 4,500 sheep to produce wool instead of a forest. The forest has only been established here in this compartment since 1890. Beside forest wood, a very important construction material is limestone. Here, in this site, limestones were exploited. It's the reason why this landscape is formed. Even though this place is covered by trees nowadays, you can still see its significant slope. Imagine this slope without tree cover. What happened to the inhabitants of Goettingen, who lived right at the foot of the hill when it rained heavily? Severe erosion was inevitable. Once people realized that problem, they decided to do something for their region.
Forest restoration was started more than 100 years ago in 1875, 8 years after the establishment of the Forest Academy in Hannover-Schmunden, the first forestry training institution in this region. Qualified foresters are absolutely crucial for restoration. The information on the stone stele scattered in the forest nowadays shows that The restoration have not been done in on time, but compartment by compartment and from time to time. This is easy to understand when forest users had different interests such as agriculture, husbandry, mining, timber and fuelwood, etc. Time, resources and a lot of efforts is needed to harmonize the conflict of interest so that forest planning could take place.
When the land is available for planting, the question is which tree species to plant in this open landscape. Forest restoration simply means to bring back the original condition. Therefore, native tree species and multi-tree species planting are preferred instead of monoculture. However, among many native tree species, the selected ones for initiative planting in open land need to be light resistant, also called light demander species. When it is difficult to select light demander from native species, exotic species could also be used. In Goettingen forest, there are 3 species that have been planted in the bare hill: Saxon oak and European larch, which are native species, and 1 exotic species, Australian black pine. The planted light demander set the favorable conditions for the planting of following shade-bearer species such as European beech, European arch, sycamore maple, Norway maple, small-leaved lime, and Norway spruce. This planting sequence and multi-species intention create a thriving natural regeneration, self-resistance, and self-resilience forest ecosystem against many disturbances. Nowadays, the forest is managed as close to nature. The forestry interventions are minimized to only necessary extent, and the forest ecology is strictly protected in all forestry measures, such as protection of soil, forest crop vegetation, and forest interior climate.
Biodiversity conservation and good quality timber are the main focuses of forests today. Recently, forest has become a destination for recreation, leisure time, activities such as jogging, walking, mountain biking and horse riding.
Now the landscape is healed, and the scars are blurred by the tree cover. But they are still there to remind us how important the forests are and how much effort has been made to bring back the forest to us.
Goettingen forest restoration give us motivation and some insights on how to extend these practices to save forests in Pakistan and around the world.
Looking at this forest, I understand that to heal an injured landscape is not an easy task. It needs tailor-made strategies and planning for a specific forest region.
Knowledge about local tree species is crucial for all the region, especially for the tropics, like my country, Myanmar.
I agree, for Germany too.
We can all help restore forests across the world. There's always something that even you can do. Imagine if every single person planted just 1 tree. Yeah, that's a lot of trees. We only have 1 planet, and now it seeks for your help.
Together we plant now!